belief that this is even happening to me. You think, oh, I have this perfect little life. My life is great. I have everything I want. I'm doing so good. I have a job. My old man is great. My house is great. Everything's great. I don't have everything that I want, but I have everything that I need. You know, but when someone gets and they relapse on what he's relapsed on, and the town that I'm in, guys, I don't know what addiction's like in y'all's town or how it is there. I understand. I do. And, with me being in this town, a lot of people change people, places, and things. I had to do that too. I actually moved to Pennsylvania when I left West Virginia. But being in my hometown, and someone is passing every day here. I don't know why there isn't more resources in my town. It sucks. We don't, and the first thing that people ask me all the time is, even when I was on here the other day, resources, resources, resources. There is no resources here. I don't know. I'm sorry. Is she clean now? Brenda? But with, the resources here are very limited. With drugs, we don't have a lot of treatment centers. We don't have, and people always ask me, oh, Jewl, you need help and you need help. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But they, the other day, well, why do you need help, Jewl? Why do you need help? There's resources that'll help you. People say that, but when you sit down and you actually pick up the phone and you start to call these people and are like, do you help with this, this, or this? No, ma'am, we don't. We don't have this, or we don't have that. Even when I had to leave my house, my own house, that's only in my name only. I had to leave for 10 days. I left with my 4 fur babies. The Women's Resource Center went and take me because I had 4 dogs. I'm not just going to say, oh, to hell with my dogs, whatever. No, that's my responsibility. So the first 3 days that I left here, I slept on the river. And after that, I got my vehicle back and I was allowed to sleep in my Jeep. So, but, people always say resources. So, guys, don't always assume things, because in this little small town, it's really sad because we don't have a lot of resources here at all. That's sad. I remember when I started because I was in a car wreck. I was in several car wrecks in a year, and I wasn't on anything at that time, but I was prescribed medication. That's sad. That is so sad. I'm in West Virginia, Erica. I started on just pain pills, and I got them prescribed by the doctor, and it went from there to different things. Is it bad in Indiana? And then I actually went to heroin because it was cheaper than the pills, because my doctor got busted. Then I went to the next doctor and he got busted. And then, it was just like a chain reaction here. And, I've never been on this side of the fence to watch someone, I've always been the addict. I've never been clean and sober watching the addict. You know what I'm saying? I watching this man struggle even after all the hell that he's put me through. You guys can go back and watch the clips of my videos. I mean, when I walked through the house the other day, I was freaking shocked, dude. They took my panties, they took my bras, my cleaning supplies. They didn't take a pair of shoes. They took the freaking shoe rack. They took everything, all the cleaning supplies. My refrigerator's gone. My dryer's gone. You know, it just looked like one big freaking party in here. I mean, and my son is one. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am so, so sorry, Brenda. So sorry. But I guess, you know, being addicts, you know, you don't have anything and they're in a house full of goods. When I come home, guys, like my cabinets I don't go to the grocery store a lot because I just can't afford to go to the grocery store. I don't make a lot of money and I don't get any assistance. So I don't go to the grocery store a lot, but I had like ramen noodles, chicken noodle soup, just things like that. Like they're all gone. They took everything down to the spoons and the forks. Live visibility restricted. Your live is not eligible and it's restricted. Okay. Someone is reporting my live. I've got 2 restrictions. Guys, like, if you don't want to be in here, you don't have to be. Not sure what you're reporting, I guess, because I'm saying certain words, but if you don't like it, get out. You don't have to be in here. You know, I'm not doing anything to anyone. And I'm the one that found her. I'm so sorry. That's so sad. That's so sad, Brenda, that you had to go through that. I'm so sorry. I'm worried about the person that I love. I'm worried about that with him. I'm worried, you know, you're 50-some years old. What else has to happen? You know, what else has to happen to you for you to wake up and say, you know what, enough is enough? The day I said I was getting clean, I stopped, I got clean, I haven't relapsed, knock on wood. I'm one of the lucky ones that got away. I noticed that. They do. Thank you, Erica. And if I say something, Erica, if you don't mind to be like, hey, Jewl, chill out with that, you know, I would really appreciate it because I don't do a lot of lives and I've never done a live like this. I've never put this much information out there, but I don't really care now. People are going to judge you on social media. I've learned that. They're going to say what they want. They're going to do what they want. I've been lied on this app so much, I just don't even care what people say about me now. It just does not bother me. A lady on here once told me, you need to thicken that skin up, Jewl, if you're ever going to make it on TikTok, because you're definitely on the wrong side to be so emotional, because I would get emotional and I would cry because people would be lying and there would be nothing I could do. But you know what? Oh, well, I don't even care. You know, I need to learn what to say and not to say on here. With the addiction talk, because I do think it's people need to know more about it. They need to know what maybe works for one doesn't work for the other, but maybe what worked for me will work for someone else, you know. And I've never been on the side of the fence to where I'm clean and sober and watching someone I love very, very much suffer and do the things that they've done to me. Like, you know, I'm really, really just overwhelmed with it. I can't believe that this is happening, you know, but it did. And it's made me stronger. And, you know, I sat and I thought the other day, you know, I've lost so much. You guys really have no idea. I lost a lot in this one right here. But I come out with my life. I'm clean and sober still. I have my own house. I have a vehicle, even though it's on a flat again. I'm not good with tires. I was struggling with tires last year. I'm still struggling with tires this year. I don't know. I'm just not good with tires. But when I get paid, I am going to buy 2 new tires for the front, and then get get 2 new tires for the bike next payday. But I'm just happy that I'm here, and I'm very thankful that I'm here. And I'm glad that the people that, there was several that reached out to me and was like, "Are you okay? We've seen some of the content that you've been posting, and it's sad, and we're worried about you." And even if they aren't, they acted like they was. So I appreciate them just checking in and making sure that I was okay, because this is a lot to deal with. I'm in a very, I don't know how to even say, I'm in a very small town, and I'm in a holler. If you guys know what a holler is, I'm back in the sticks. It takes forever to get to town, There's not, like, the nearest tire shop is about 20 minutes. So I'm waiting right now on someone to get up out of bed so that I can call them to get the tire fixed. But there's not a lot of, it's just very secluded here. I think that's why there is, Erica. And, I've come, it's unfortunate for me. I'm in West Virginia. I'll just say right outside of Beckley, West Virginia, Erica. I live in a holler in the sticks. And I don't have family, so it makes it hard on me. Because, my mom being gone and my sister, and just, not having a lot of people or whatever to call or ask for help or whatever like that, But I'm still learning at 42. That's crazy, isn't it? You learn something new every day. I learned something new about Jewl every day. I learned that I'm definitely stronger than what I give myself credit for. I learned, hey, it's okay to get up and walk. You don't have to have a car for everything. I've walked to and from work, and I'm cool with that. As long as I get there, that's all that really matters. I'm learning to appreciate the little things, because that's what I have right now, because a lot of things has been taken away from me. Not by choice, but because of what's going on with the situation that I'm in. But I really pray that, he gets it together and he opens his eyes up, because he had endocarditis. And I won't say any names. You do, Erica. You really, really do. And I'll get back to that endocarditis. But, I had got on TikTok last year, Erica, and I kind of put myself out there really, really fast. And, people like to twist and turn your words and say things that aren't true about you, and lie, straight out lie, use you for clout or whatever. And it's made it hard for me to get back on here and put myself out there. But you know what? It is what it is. And people are going to talk no matter what you do. You can't make everyone happy. And a lot of people don't like me, and that's fine. But I never realized how strong addiction was until now. And watching someone that I love so much struggle, and what he's going through and what he's done is just, it's made me want to get on here and talk about addiction even more. It is, because, Erica, they'll take one little tiny thing and they'll run with it. And even if you, I don't know how to even explain it. I've just been put down really, really bad on this app. And it scared me not to get back on. But the other day, I remember when I was on here, now I'm down to, I watch who comes in the room and I pay attention. There's 12 people in here now. When I first hopped on, there was 50 some. And there was 50 some people because they wanted, I know what they was doing. They was going to see, oh, is Jewl going to ask for this? Is Jewl going to put her Cash App up? Is Jewl going to do this? And when they seen that I come on and I was talking about, let me turn this off, guys. Let me turn this off, guys. When I come on and I was just talking about addiction, they changed their tune and they didn't want to be in here anymore, because I wasn't doing anything exciting to them. I wasn't saying anything that they could use against me, basically, which I'm sure now someone is streaming this and someone is going to say something, oh, Jewl's using da-da-da-da-da, she's doing this, she's doing that, and she's talking about people. No, I'm just talking about a situation that I'm in. And is that my Connie? That's my Connie. Hey, Connie, how are you? I'm just talking about the situation that I'm in. And the person that I'm talking about I will never mention a name, but most can follow and know who that I'm speaking on. 1 second, guys. But the person that I'm speaking about had endocarditis, and if you guys don't know what endocarditis is a virus of the heart, and it makes you very, very sick. And they was in the hospital for 31 days. They was on life support for 2 of those days. I watched that person go from 180 pounds to about, I don't know, maybe 80 pounds. Very, 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 very sick. And the whole time I stayed in the hospital with them, I was actively using, but they wasn't. Of course, they was in the hospital and they was getting medicine because actually he had to have open heart surgery, 2 heart attacks, and cut here to here from the endocarditis, being sick. Connie, I hope you're in here, and I love you. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you staying with me as long as you have. Connie's been one of my followers for a long time. Just want to say that real fast. But open heart surgery, 2 heart attacks, very, very sick, 31 days in the hospital. I was still actively using, but I'd never used around him. I think, but of course, he knew. I remember, though, getting out of the hospital, and there was pain medicine, of course, that was prescribed, and it was used in the wrong way within an hour of getting out of the hospital. And I remember seeing stitches in this person's chest and watching them heal, but still actively using. And that's insane to me now. Now that I look back on some of the things that I've done and watched this person do is insane. You just had 2 heart attacks. You've just got over endocarditis. You're on antibiotics that cost $1,000 a pill. And you're still actively using. Thank you, Lisa. You're still actively using. I think that's because, the stronghold that addiction holds on you. It's so hard to overcome that. It doesn't matter how long you've been clean or how sober you are or what you're. Lisa, I really appreciate you a lot. Thank you. How long you've been clean or sober you are,
it can happen to any of us. So even having that, guys, I don't know if you guys know what endocarditis is, but it's rough. And I've watched several people battle it. And even when the person that I love was in the hospital and he was going through what he was going through, I remember going down and seeing a lady that we both knew, and she also had endocarditis. And they say he actually had a valve replacement. That's part of the, I guess, the process with endocarditis. I need to kind of read up on that and come back with you guys on that. But I know that he has an artificial valve, and they say, I think within 10 to 15 years that valve will go bad and that you have to have it replaced. Well, he's going on his 9th year now with this valve. But anyways, I had met a lady down there, and I knew her through him, and she also had endocarditis, but she was getting better. And this was her second go round in the hospital. You can get really, really sick after having endocarditis when you use, I guess, because you've already had it maybe. I'm not sure. But she ended up passing away, and she lost her battle with addiction. And I remember sitting there, and the guy's mother, I did get my house clean, Lisa, thank God. I'll come back to you on that one. I remember talking to his mother, and I told his mother his mother told me that she had passed away. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, she didn't. And she was like, yeah, she did. And it just shocked me that she had been in the hospital twice, had endocarditis twice, and then she still passed away because addiction is so strong. You know what I mean? Now, I'll get off of that for a second. Yeah, Lisa, I did get it cleaned. However, if you remember, and I don't even have a pair of slippers anymore, guys, because, like I said, when they come in and they took my stuff, they took everything down to slippers. They didn't take a pair of shoes. They took the whole shoe rack. And I had every kind of pair of slippers you could possibly imagine. And I don't even own a pair right now. And I know that in here you guys can hear my voice probably echoing. That's because there's nothing in here anymore. A lot of stuff was thrown away because it had been urinated on. Just blankets, pillows. I don't have, the towels, the rags, the cleaning supplies, everything is gone. I've never in my life seen shit like this right here, ever. I knew that addiction was powerful, and I knew that it was strong, and I knew you'd done crazy things. But I guess when it happens to you, or you're the person doing it, you really don't think about it. And then when it happens to you, you're like, oh my God, look at what's going on. Right now, I'm putting on tennis shoes to get up off this couch because, I can't walk on the floors because it's cold in here right now. I watched a YouTube video on how to light my gas heater because I've never worked a gas heater in my life. I didn't know how to do it. So you have to hold the pallet light and you have to kind of twist the knob at the same time. I didn't know how to do that. So I just learned that the other day. But Lisa, I want to show you, because you was in here, and I do remember you. And thank you, Lisa, for your support and being here and coming in and asking how I'm doing and kind of following my journey. But you guys did see the house a mess the other day. Guys, this is not normally what my house would look like. I am a very clean person. I had a lot of pretty things in this house. When I bought this house a few years ago, I got it on a really good deal. The person just wanted from underneath the house. They didn't want to deal with house taxes and stuff no more. So it is a fixer-upper. It needs a lot of work, but it's mine. I do own it. So, but there's only 8 of you guys in here. So let me remember how to do this. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to flip this camera around and show you guys what I've done. So now this is the living room. Baby gate. They took the, I have 4 little dogs. You guys can see them. I have 4, 1, 2, 3, and 1 is underneath the blanket. But, so I have that up so they can't get in the kitchen. But remember the TV that was in the floor, Lisa? Well, there's a hole right, if you can see that. I thought, because it was kind of jumping the other day, and it was in the floor, I thought, Lisa, that they broke it and that I wasn't going to be able to fix it. But I actually got it up and running. This is the gas heater that I was just talking about. You got to hold this. You got to hold this, and you got to twist this at the same time for this to come on and heat. So that's actually what I watched the YouTube video on. Now, Lisa, if you remember, and I have this up because I don't want the dogs back here right now because I'm still cleaning. Hold on, guys. Let me take this down. Give me 1 second. And I twisted my wrist on top of all this. But remember all this stuff the other day, Lisa, how bad it was? Like with the stuff in here thrown around and everything. So I did get it picked up. I actually had bought this on the TikTok shop a while back and didn't get to put it on, so I got it on. My friend Sandy, she gave me her new shower curtain to put it up. I had, this is the stuff that I had with me and was able to bring home. So I do have some makeup and I do have some things like that. This is the stuff that I was able to salvage. A few blankets. Come on, guys, let's go. Not allowed in here. So I was able to salvage them. The bathroom, I'll just say, is still under construction. I was able to get the toilet cleaned, but I don't have a shower curtain or anything up right now. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was pretty disgusting in there. So I'm still bleaching it. So disgusting in there. So I'm still bleaching it. Guys, remember I had everything taken. So right here is where my refrigerator was sitting. So you guys can see I do not have one at all. There is where the washer or the dryer was sitting. They even took the dish rack. So you guys can see that too. Then I'll even go. I'll even go move. No. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys how bad the outside is. Hold on. It's quite cold out here this morning. So when I come home, this is what I come home to. Now this is my house. This is the yard. I'm going to, remember I told you guys I had a flat earlier. So let's just show you guys just in case I'm being streamed. So there's the flat. I have to be at work at 1. Not sure if I'm gonna make it there. I guess someone come down here while I was gone and was doing donuts. So this here is one of the buildings that I have, and you can see that the lock was taken off, and they just kind of come in here, and it just had old stuff in it. Like it had different things like Christmas decorations, fall decorations, that kind of thing. come in here and took all that. Of course, there was a lot of things going on. You guys can see the trash. They just come and done whatever they wanted to. It was like one big freaking party. So you guys see there was a lock. This is a building, y'all know that. It had like lawnmower, weed eater, old motors, screwdrivers. Just David came in here, and this was basically his tool shed. So that's that. I'm pissed over this, guys. And y'all can see the trash. I mean, you know, no, they didn't care. It was mine. They just didn't care. They come and done whatever they wanted. Look at that. Now that is me. When they had taken the refrigerator, they had taken everything out of the refrigerator and left it in here to stink the whole house up. So that was stuff that came out of the refrigerator. So that was me. But this is my property. I have a really big property. I'm really proud of myself. I done this all by myself. I don't have the best house, but it does belong to me. Don't have the best car, but it is mine. Nobody, like I told you guys, my mom passed away when I was younger. You know, I don't have people to help me. You know what I'm saying? But Lisa, that kind come on, Scooby. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on now. Now. Hold on. Come on now. Now. Hold on, guys. I'm very sorry. Go. Right now. Everybody. Now. Go. You do support me a lot, Lisa. Every time you come in, you're throwing gifts and stuff. So I do want to let you know what's going on with me and kind of show you what's going on with me. But now I'm going to answer some of your questions. You said, where you at when they did this? Okay, so I was with a man for almost 8 years, and we lived together. And like I had told you before, we live in a really small town, Lisa. It's very secluded. I could take you back outside and show you. It's a dirt roads. Takes a minute to get to town. When I walk to work, Lisa, it takes me about an hour to and from, which I'll probably end up doing today because I have a flat and I don't have any way of fixing that flat. So anyways, we lived together. Everybody knew we lived together. He was physically abusive, and he just, it was really bad. And we ended up in an altercation here, and because he doesn't have anyone around here, and my dad does live in the next town over. When they came, I was still being nice, even though I was the one that was assaulted. And I left the home for 10 days, and I done that. I was removed, but I wasn't removed. They gave me an option, you know, you can leave, or, you know, we can put him out. It's a very touchy situation. I'm going to go into better detail another day because I got a lot going on right now. But I want to let you know, Lisa, because like I said, you do come in here all the time. And I want to be completely honest with you and let you know what's going on, because you do support me a lot. Quit. And so I left, and when I left the home, I told everyone, thank you, baby. Thank you so much, Lisa. I told everyone, I was like, you know, I remember looking at him, and I told him, I was like, there's to be no one in this house. And the cops was like, you need to mind your own business, you're the one that's leaving, you need to stop, da-da-da. They was threatening to arrest me because I was trying, and even though I was willing to leave, they was still threatening to arrest me because I was concerned about my home, not his home, my home. So anyways, I ended up leaving, and when I come home the other day, we had court the other day, and of course no charges was pursued on either part. I said, I just want this to be over with. I don't want anything to do with him. I just want him to stay away from me. And he kind of said the same thing. I'm going back to Virginia. I don't want to be with her anymore. I just want all this to be over. So that's what we decided. Now, little did I know, right at the end of that, and Lisa, I'm very, I love people. I'm very caring and loving towards everyone, and I guess that can be a downfall at times. He wanted to know if he could stay here for 5 more days until he got his things ready to go to Virginia. And I looked at the judge, and the judge was like, well, it's up to her because she does own the house and you're nowhere on the house. And he said, so it will be up to her whether she wants to let you stay or not. Stop. And I said, absolutely. I said, he can stay, but I have to take the dogs home because, I was sleeping in the Jeep with the dogs, with 4 dogs. I have a video on that, Lisa. Go take a look at it. It was cramped, girl. It was terrible. So anyways, he said, okay. Well, I was like, okay, well, believe it or not, I had a flat. So I was actually going to fix the flat. And my cousin had called. I do not like this girl. She does things she shouldn't do, if you know what I mean. And she said, oh, I just want to let you know that he doesn't want to stay anymore, that you can go on back to the house. He doesn't want to keep the dogs. He's leaving within minutes to go to Virginia. I was like, okay, great, whatever. Stop. And so I come down here, and I just remember walking through and hitting my knees. I was like, what the hell? The things that are missing. Oh, Lisa. So probably every woman in here has some type of pictures of her kids, right? Probably of at the hospital, baby books, giving birth, whatever. We've all got them. So I had a cedar chest, and I kept my personal things in them, like an old yearbook that I had got when my mother passed away that was hers, and just anything that I thought was worth anything, birth certificates, Social Security cards, anything like that. So let me show you guys. Hold on, let me just take my phone off this case for a second. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now, hold on. So this here is the cedar chest. Hold on, guys. Let me lift this up for a second. It's heavy. Okay, shit. Okay. Okay. So I looked in here, and this thing was so full that I couldn't even lift it. There's no way I could have lifted that. I went to look in the cedar chest to make sure that, and I love my cedar chest, you know what I mean? They took my kids' pictures, they burnt them in the yard, they took, the birth certificates are gone, my kids' baby books are gone, excuse me, their blankets are gone, everything. There is nothing worth value to me. There is nothing worth value to me in that cedar chest. Yeah, there's a few odds and ends there. that belong to the kids, but their baby pictures, me giving birth, you know, things like that that really, really meant something. Me giving birth, you know, things like that that really, really meant something to me are all gone. They are no longer here, you know, you know. You know, it hurts. It hurts really, really bad. I don't know how someone could ever hurt someone like that, but I guess I did too, you know. When you're on them types of things and you're in full-blown addiction, I guess you don't think, you know, and he has completely relapsed beyond the point to where now he needs treatment. If he doesn't get treatment, I don't think that he'll ever get clean again. Let me think. He's 51. He's 51. So I don't think, unless he has treatment, that he'll ever get clean again. I think this was it. No, Scooby, stop. But to leave someone the way that I was left with nothing, you know, I just don't understand how you steal another woman's panties, how you take another woman's clothes, towels, wash rags, sheets, furniture, kids' pictures, cleaning supplies. They took my freaking dish rack. Like, that is just beyond me. I just don't understand. I don't understand how people do things like that. But you know what? Like I had said earlier, I'm to the point now that it is what it is. And I was in an abusive relationship. I got out with my life. I'm thankful for that. I do have a house. You know, it's not the best house. But it's mine, and I own it. I got a car, not the best car. You guys just seen it's on a flat again. But that's my own fault. You know, I should have been getting tires a long time ago. But, you know, when you only make $288 a week, and that's about what I clear. And if anybody questions that, I'll put it right up on TikTok for everybody to see. I do not care. That's all I clear. And when it's just you by yourself and you're doing everything and you get no assistance, it's kind of hard to say, hey, I'll go buy these tires this week, $127 a piece, that now I have to do no matter what, because, you know, I mean, I can't keep on having flats every day. You know, I just had a flat Tuesday, and now I have another one. And you've seen how bad that tire was. I'm not sure if the rim's gonna... I think the rim's okay. Does anyone in here know anything about tires? Do y'all think that rim's okay? If I could get another tire on there, will the rim be okay? Because I just drove. I actually should be at the courthouse right now. They want it, absolutely, you know what, good. Because I called C. Adam Tony's, and the tire that I need is $127. So I'm waiting on someone to wake up to see if they have something that will fit that until I get paid, you know, so that I can go get another one, because damn it, things are expensive. But I tell you what, I did learn, keep tires on your car. That's one good thing. But the courthouse, what I was telling you guys about that too, is my other neighbor has cameras, and she has on camera everyone that has been in this house. So I actually have that footage, and I was going to take it to the courthouse and see what I can do. But you know what? Now that I've sit on TikTok and talked to you guys, even though you guys haven't been really talkative, all but Lisa and Shelby, I don't know if I want to pursue charges. You know, God does everything for a reason, and it is what it is. Oh well, I lost a bunch of shit. It's material. It can be replaced, right? I mean, why sweat that? You know, I lost material stuff, you know. I come out with my life and I'm happy about that. You know what? Why not? And you're right, black and red. But the way I look at it is, you know, so say that I do go press charges on them. They're drug addicts. What am I going to get? You know, they don't have anything. The people that I was here, some I recognized, some I did not. But what I was here, some I recognized, some I did not. But what am I going to get out of it? Sorry, guys. Crap. What am I going to get out of them? Probably nothing. You know, so I'm not sure that I want to go through that process of taking them to court and getting warrants and doing all that stuff. You know, two wrongs don't make a right, you know. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. They will. You're absolutely right. And I kind of feel like, you know, God does everything for a reason. And maybe this was my wake-up call. Maybe this was God telling me, look, Jewl, you need to get out of this situation. And I would have continued to take this person back and take this person back and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying had this not happened. But after all of this happened, after coming in and not even having a refrigerator or a dryer, it's kind of like it will be a cold day in hell before I ever take you back. But do I still love and care about that person? Absolutely. Do I worry about them? Absolutely. You know, I just can't turn my love on and off like that. When I love someone with my whole heart. And I love them with everything in me. And it's just unfortunate that it had to end the way that it did. You're probably right. It would probably actually save his life if he would. I'm really worried. He's into so much at 51, and he's done had endocarditis, and he's done had 2 heart attacks. Like, I think this will be his last go. Like, what is it going to take? You know, you've seen everyone around us lose their life. They have lost their battle with addiction. So many in this little small town. I could probably name 30 people who has lost their battle in this town. And it's really, really sad. I don't know what it's going to take to wake him up. Hey, Connie. Hey, Sandy. I don't think that he's ever going to wake up. And it's sad. And to put me through it, knowing that, you know, quit, Scooby, no. Knowing that I work a job that I work, I don't make much money, $288 a week. I don't know what you guys make, and you don't have to tell me, because people will twist it up in here anyway. So, but that's not a lot of money, and you guys know that. And that's what I live off of. And he has watched me struggle to buy things that I want, struggle to buy things that I need. He has watched me struggle to buy things that I want, struggle to buy things that I need. And for him, they're getting ready to restrict me, guys. Yep. The hell? The hell? The hell? I just kept getting blink, blink, pause, pause. Sorry about that. I just had to take a second and see what was going on. I actually thought they had kicked me off, but I'm just getting restricted for what I don't have any idea, because I'm really just talking to you guys, and you guys have just seen my property and attire, and we've talked a little bit about addiction, but nothing drastic. But I think Erica was saying, you know, kind of be careful when you talk about addiction and how you word things, because people do report you for absolutely no reason at all. Red Rain, I agree. I remember we were talking about, you know, him and what should happen, and I really think that's the only thing that's going to save his life at this point. I'm really worried about this person. I'm not sure that he's got it left in him to keep and continue to do these things that he's doing. I worry for him. But right now, you know, I'm focused on myself and healing from this and getting myself better, because, you know, as you guys seen, I'm in a mess. I have a lot going on. I have, you know, I do have a job that I have to get to every day. I have to worry about getting there now, and just everything on top of it. You know, I still have a house to run. I have animals to feed. I have things to do, and I'm really limited right now. I don't even have a washer and dryer, and now I can't get to the laundromat, so I'm gonna have to figure out all this stuff. But it's good to be able to come on to TikTok and see you guys and talk to y'all. I really appreciate Lisa and Connie and Shelby and Erica and all of you guys that come in and talk to me, because, you know, you guys are, you know, very helpful at times, and a lot of people has reached out and asked if I was okay and stuff, and the people that was trying to tell me about resources, guys, y'all seen where I lived. I took you outside and I've took you outside and I've showed you there's just not stuff like that in this town. We have a very small town, and there's not resources here for things that you need. And I can't say too much on here, because then people are like, well, Jewl posted her Cash App, or she done this, or she done that. Even though I watch tons of other people do it, if I do it, it's a big deal. And people get really upset over that, which I'm really not sure why, because I think just about everyone on TikTok has their Cash App, or a lot of people on TikTok have their Cash App in their bio. But, you know, it's not really up to anyone what you do with your money and your time anyway. It's up to you, right? I mean, can't anyone boss you around about that? And you guys have seen my house, and you just walked outside with me and you seen a flat tire, so you guys know that I'm not making up any type of story. This is really my life. This is what I'm going through at this present time, you know, which is hell. You know, I don't wish this crap on anyone. Quit, Scooby. And in the process of all of this going on, as you guys know, I have 4 little fur babies. I have, quit, guys. I have a Yorkie Dachshund. I have a full-blooded Yorkie. I have a Razorback Chihuahua. And quit, Scooby, quit. And I have a Pekingese Yorkie. And in the process of everything that's going on, the house being a wreck, having a flat tire, scoot back so I can put it on you, having a flat tire, having all of this stuff. The dogs have now got fleas, I think. Hold on one second. Got fleas, I think. Hold on one second. Got fleas, I think. Hold on one second, guys. Sit down. Second, guys. Sit down. Second, guys. Sit down. Got fleas, I think. Hold on one second, guys. Sit down. Sit down. Sorry. Sorry. And he has to take allergy medicine all the time, which is really, really expensive, which I've now learned that you can give over-the-counter allergy medicine. You don't necessarily have to run to the vet for every little single thing, which is a plus. So that helped. And I learned that here on TikTok. You learn a lot here on TikTok. You learn, set back. You learn things to say and not to say, like talking about addiction and endocarditis, you know. Guys, I don't know a lot about endocarditis. I just know the situation that I was in with the person that I was in. So I'm not giving that's not any type of medical advice or anything to anyone. So please don't take it that way, because I'm not in the medical field at all. So everything that I was talking about is just from my experience only. So don't take it to, oh, Jewl said this or Jewl said that, because that's happened to me before too, and that's not fun at all. So with that being said, guys, I don't really have too much more to say right now. I am going to try to get to work. I do need to get to the courthouse. I'm going to invite in a few more people in and see if I can't at least get my live goal today. And I'll talk for a few more minutes. And then I'm going to try and get off of here and see if we can't get this tire fixed, because I do need to get to work and I do need to get to the courthouse today. There's only 8 of you in here. Probably one person is not in here for the right reasons, but my Cash App is in my bio, I'm pretty sure. You guys know the situation I'm in. If you guys want to help at all, hey Paul, how are you? If you guys want to help at all, the Cash App is in the bio, and I will keep you guys posted through all of this going on. Like if I get another refrigerator, I will show you guys. If I get another dryer, I'll show you guys. Just as I'm getting the house cleaned back up and the property cleaned back up, I'll keep in touch and show you guys. I'm going to try to start doing a live every morning, even if it's just for 20 or 30 minutes, to try to get my community built back up. I have a few that's been in here with me for a while. I'd like to keep them. I hope they stay. Every time that I'm here, they come on. But I am in a very tough situation, and it's really hard starting over at any age. But I feel like starting over at 42 is just like a big slap in the face, because it's kind of like, oh my God, you're 42 years old and you've lost so much again, you know. And then there's a part of me that's like, oh, it's just material, the hell with it, you'll get it back. I just don't know, because with them being an addict, what would I get, guys? You know, they're never going to work. They're never going to pay for what they done. You know what I'm saying? like, I guess they needed the stuff that they took. The refrigerator, the dryer, the tools, that kind of stuff. I'm sure a lot of that was sold, but that's okay. I mean, you know, there will be charges pressed on there will be charges pressed on some of the things that are gone, because it just has to be, because it was just over $1,000. So, but a refrigerator and a dryer, you know, I'm probably gonna try to look on Facebook Marketplace. Thank you, Paul. And that's what, you know, Paul, I gotta remember throughout all of this is, I think God does everything for a reason. And I think God put me through this, Paul, because I would have continued to take this person back. I would have continued to allow them to mentally and physically abuse me and get away with it. And I would have probably never done anything. But I guess the things that's happened to me now, it's kind of like I'm so mad and so hurt, and I can't take them back. It's kind of like, I'll never have you back. I still worry. I'm still concerned. My heart breaks that you're battling addiction the way you are, or the way that person is. And I'm really scared that this will probably be the last time that they battle addiction if they don't go to treatment. I think that treatment is something that he has to have. And I think God done this to me because it was time for me to get out of this situation. And, you know, he's made it to where I don't ever want to see this person again or speak to them again. But I still am worried and concerned for their well-being. Starting to rebuild and heal from this is going to be hard, and it's going to take a lot of time because I don't trust anyone. It's never paid for me to trust anyone, even on this app. Sorry, I twisted my wrist picking things up here the other day, and it's really hurting. And along with everything that has been done, they also took the ring light that I had, so that's also gone. I just don't understand how you come in and you take a woman's personal items that women need day to day. I just don't understand that. And another thing that really just blows my mind is, you know, I see some people come on here every day like clockwork. I need. And you know that they're doing wrong with the money. You know that they're not doing right with what they're given. And people are still forking over hundreds of dollars to these people. And then you take another person that's going through hell and that has absolutely nothing and can show proof of what's going on, and they get their words twisted and streamed and put on YouTube and that kind of thing. I don't understand that. I don't understand how people can be so damn judgmental is the thing. And sit back and judge someone's situation when you really don't know what's going on. Like, you have no idea what's going on in that person's life. You only see what people allow you to see. Like, I've been very honest with my situation. I mean, to see. Like, I've been very honest with my situation. I mean, I've shown you guys everything, and I don't have anything to hide. The last time I got on here, you know, like I said, as soon as I popped in the room, there was over 40 or 50 people that was in the live. But that's because I was crying, I was upset. I had my Cash App posted. I was reaching out and asking for help. And of course my words were twisted and all of that good stuff. So, but I've had a lot of nice people as well reach out and say, hey Jewl, are you okay? Can you please get on and post an update and let us know that you're okay? So that's what I basically, that's why I basically got on here and just wanted to update everyone and let everyone know that I am okay and I'm going to make it and I'm going to be okay. You know, is it hard? Absolutely. Am I going to get everything that I lost back? Probably not. Okay. You know, is it hard? Absolutely. Am I going to get everything that I lost back? Probably not. You know, I probably won't even go press charges. I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know if I want to press, I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know if I want to press charges. There will be certain things that I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know if I want to press charges. There will be certain things that I have to, but, there will be certain things that I have to, but, certain people that were here, I just know that they're never going to do anything to even replace the items or have money to replace the items that were taken from me. I don't get that. Like I said earlier, it's hard being on this side. It's different being on this side of the fence and from the outside looking in, and you being the person that is clean and sober and watching someone you love so much destroy themselves and no, and not care, you know, about themselves or anyone else. And to know that they allowed what they allowed to happen to me. Like, you say that you love me and you say that you want to be with me for the rest of your life, and then you let people come in here and steal a refrigerator and personal items and burn pictures of my kids and take my grandson's toys out of here. My grandson doesn't even have a toy in here anymore because as I was showing Lisa earlier, I didn't even think the TV was going to work because there's that little pinhole in it. And when I came in the day that I came in, the TV was kind of jumping like it wasn't going to work. And it was really messed up. And it come on, which I was really surprised. I'm thankful for that, you know, because without a TV or a radio, oh my goodness, I cannot imagine what I would do without a TV or a radio. It would be real. Hey, Connie, I missed you. I missed talking to you. If you guys don't know Connie, she's a wonderful lady. She's followed me from day one. She's followed me from day one. She's been one of my biggest supporters and really helped me with a lot of different things along the way and really stuck by me and took up for me through everything. So she's a good person to follow. She's a real sweetheart. Live, laugh, love. Hello, how are you? I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm glad that you guys have joined. I appreciate it. Connie, I'm not sure if you're aware of the situation or if you've been keeping up, but me and my significant other are no longer together. They have unfortunately relapsed, and I allowed them to stay in my house while some things was going on. and they completely destroyed the house. So some things was going on, and they completely destroyed the house. So it was a complete tragedy. It was a bad idea. I was trying to be nice. Black and red rain. I was trying to be nice and rain. I was trying to be nice, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine. You can stay. Da 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 da. I had, you can't. And I'm learning that. I'm learning that. But I come on the other day, Connie. When I come on here last year and I asked for help, and everyone come in a room and I made everyone mods and everything. I cut ties with a lot too, honey. A lot. But everyone come in the room and they was like, oh, do this and do that. Well, kind of like last year, except no one helped me. I guess this side of TikTok that I'm on, they pick and choose. But I had came in, Connie, quit it. I had came in and I was crying. The house was a disaster. Everything was tore upside down. Quit. I had my Cash App up in the live goal, and I was asking. I had my Cash App up in the live goal, and I was asking, can someone please help me? I have no live goal, and I was asking, can someone please help me? I have no refrigerator. I have no dryer. I have to work. Yada yada yada. No dryer. I have to work. Yada yada yada. And of course, I had the trolls in here. I was staying in my Jeep, actually, with 4 dogs. Gosh, I can't believe I let him do that. Anyways, I had got on here and they twisted my words, of course, and said that I was just this horrible person. So I ended up getting off, and a couple people was reached out and just been like, hey, Jewl, are you okay? Can you please update us and let us know what's going on and this and that and the other. And so I did. That's okay, Lisa. So I haven't, stop it. So I haven't had as bad as in a Jeep when he was in your house. Yep. Yeah. And I done that by choice. That was, let me rephrase that. I done it by choice, but not by choice. Somebody had to leave the home. So, at the time, it just seemed like the best thing for me to do was just up and go, which I did. And it ended up biting me hard because now you guys see the mess that I'm in, which is a disaster. And then, like, these freaking stupid tires, man, I have to keep replacing and getting these donut tires or whatever, and all of these other things. I think I'm just gonna go, like I had said earlier, and be rough with it and replace the 2 tires, and then replace the next 2 tires to come home from work. To come home from working 9 or 10 hours, and then start and clean guys stop, and then start and clean guys stop, and they even took the dog food and the cat food. And happened. I look around at this house and it makes me sick. Physically, like I am physically sick from the things that are missing, sentimental things, from the things that are missing, sentimental things. Connie, they took everything out of my cedar chest. I showed where my refrigerator was sitting at one time. My dryer was sitting. Them are gone. I don't even own a pair of slippers. It's just... well, you know, this is someone that I lived with for a long time and that I trusted with everything in me, and that I trusted with everything in me. I guess I never realized how powerful addiction. I never realized how powerful addiction was. I never did. I was always the one addicted. With me for over a year now, and she knows that I work. Like, I live in West Virginia. I live in a small town. I don't have immediate family. I don't have people that I can call and be like, hey, you know, I'm running low this week. Do you got $20? Or $20 doesn't do anything anywhere, more like $50. But, you know, can you help me with this month? Or I don't have people like that. Can you help me with this month? Or I don't have people like that. You know, I work. That's all I can do is work. Have people like that. You know, I work. That's all I can do is work. You know, thank God that I do own the house that I live in, because I couldn't have my house. It's not the best house. It is not. You know, but it's mine and I own it. You know, I do have a vehicle. It's not the best, but I own it. You know, I have a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I need to get a lot of stuff done, but have a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I need to get a lot of stuff done, but it's kind of hard when you have absolutely no one, and the person that I thought that I had completely turned to no one, and the person that I thought that I had completely turned their back on me. Yes, there is one filed. They know what happened. There's been pictures taken of everything that has happened here. Buddy. That's what I worry about, because I definitely cannot get a rim. Them things are expensive, which tires are expensive, but rims are expensive too. So, yeah. I was on the way back to the courthouse because I've got a neighbor that has cameras, and she has recordings of everyone that's came in the home while I was gone, and she has tag numbers and pictures of vehicles. She has everything. So yeah, I'm going to go to the courthouse and I'm going to talk to him for a little bit and see what I can do about it. But like I had said earlier, do you guys really think I'm going to get anything out of an addict? Because I don't. I don't think anyone is going to, how are they going to pay me? I don't think anyone is going to, how are they going to pay me back when they don't even work? You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like and just roll with it. And it is what it is. But I'm not going to sit and dwell over it. I'm happy that I've got what I do got. I know, Connie. And I kind of feel like that too. It's kind of like you've made my life hell. I'm getting ready to make yours a living hell too. Not having a refrigerator. Connie, I can't. They even took my work clothes, Connie. I don't even know what to say, Connie. And you know how TikTok is. If I get on here and I say too much, then people will run with it. Connie, and I say too much, then people will run with it. Connie, they took tampons, pads, soap. They took my freaking dish rack. My dish rack. Tampons, pads, soap. They took my freaking dish rack. My dish rack. Like, who does that? I mean, spoons, forks, all of my clothes. I have a pile of clothes in there that was in a bag that I was able to keep. But other than that, I have nothing. What's in here now? I have a pair of sweatpants that a lady at work gave me. I have a pair of leggings, some t-shirts, and a couple mixed match pajamas. Lady at work. I still have the Jeep, which is fine, I'm very thankful for it, but unfortunately for me, I hadn't replaced them tires yet, and now I'm living to regret it because the day of court, the day that we went to court, I had a flat, and now I have a flat right now, and I was actually on my way out of here. No. He's actually with his mom. No, he's actually with his mama, and she's doing really good. She has her own place, and she's doing really well. So, I think she's growed up a lot from TikTok, Connie. From what we was going through last year on here to now, I think that she's opened her eyes a lot too, and realized that social media isn't for certain things. And if you don't want someone to know something, definitely don't say nothing on TikTok. That's why this time I was asking for help, and people feed off of that, Connie. You know that. They love to see someone struggle. They love to see someone hurt, So I had a lot of likes. I had a lot of views, but so I had a lot of likes. I had a lot of views, but not one person. So I had a lot of likes, I had a lot of views, but not one person, Connie, and this is no crap, not one person that said that they, oh, I got you, Jewl, I got you. Not one person helped. Like, they said that, oh, I got you, Jewl, I got you. Not one person helped. Like, they said that was all for clout. Just like they said that was all for clout. Just like it was last year. I had thought about trying to get on here and, I don't necessarily, I had thought about getting on here and asking again, but Connie, I'm not going to beg. I was going to ask you, how is everything your way? Because I know where you are. That's what I was getting ready to say. I know where you're at. I didn't want to say that, but I know where you're at. So how did you make out? Are you okay? I didn't want to say that, but I know where you're at. So how did you make out? Are you okay? Are you safe? Did you get, is your home hit? Like, what's going on? Hurricanes. I think there was two, Milton and what, I don't remember the other one, but I know that they were really, really, really bad. And I know that it affected a lot of people in Florida. I hope that everything worked out, though, Connie. I really, really do. I hope you're okay. I hope that everyone in Florida gets the things that they need and, Let's see. Oh my goodness. Do you have water and stuff, Connie? Like, do you have everything that you need? Guys, if you guys can help with the live goal, I would really appreciate it. You are right outside of one of the areas that was affected really bad too, wasn't you? Or oh my goodness. I know. And Tampa isn't usually an area that gets affected. Oh no. Is it hot? I'm sure the weather never cooperates. I'm sure it's not cooperating now. It's not cooperating now. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. It's cold here. Very cold. See, it was colder than that here. I had to watch a YouTube video to learn how to turn on my gas heater because I didn't know how to turn it on, but I learned. And I got really even mad about the refrigerator and the dryer. It's like you took my slippers, you took my robes, you took my shampoo and conditioner. You are, because it is really hot there. Really, really hot. I don't know, guys. I don't know how people can do that. I just don't get it. And I'm worried that I'm not going to get this tire done in time. Is it already 11 o'clock? That's crazy. I'm going to have to get off here. Connie, I still have your number, I think. I'll call you and I'll let you know what happened. Because I really need to get this tire fixed today. I got to get this tire fixed today. I have to. I got to get out of here. I got a lot of stuff to do. Guys, I will. And I'm going to give you a call here just in a second. If I don't, look on here and I'll send you my number real fast and you can give me a call. Everyone else, thanks for coming and tuning in. Not sure who you all was. I didn't even look in the room, but I really do appreciate you guys coming and staying and chatting or whatever. But I need to go get a tire fixed or find someone to fix my tire. And I need to swing by the courthouse. Guys, please say a prayer for me. And if anyone wants to help, I do have my Cash App in my bio. And I will keep you guys posted on everything that I'm doing. I really appreciate you coming and hanging out. I'll get back on later, guys. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna have to wait, and if it doesn't get fixed, then I'll walk. I won't walk anywhere but to and from work. But other than that, I'm not gonna work or worry about anything. But like, I'll walk to and from work. But as far as doing anything else, I'm not gonna be able to. And I'm not off again. I don't remember when my next day off is. So I don't even know when I'll get anything done because I picked up today. I was not going to work, but I'm going to. So guys, pray for me. You guys know my situation. If you want to help, my Cash App's in my bio. And thank you very much for tuning in. I will be back a little later to give you guys another